Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Luke.
And I'm Dan.
And we got another video for you on soil amendments. This time we're going to talk about
Azomite.
azomite. What is azomite? And what is it made out of? How do you use it? Where to use it in your garden? When to use it? How to apply it? And how to tell if you need it? Some of those questions are just about to be answered. So stick around. We're going to pick my dad's brain. He's a pretty smart guy. Even don't believe him. All right, let's get to it.
Okay.
All right, so what does azomite look like, Dad?
It's really pretty coarse, chunky stuff. At least this one is.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it in a micronized form.
Mm-hmm. That's finely ground.
Yeah, very, very fine.
Uh-huh.
But this takes longer to break down, which I like.
What does it come from, and what is it made out of?
I think it was an old ancient volcanic ash.
Deposits?
Yeah, and so you just mine it, and it's got a lot of different minerals.
Out of Utah or something like that?
Yeah.
And Dad, what do you use this for? Because, you know, all these videos that we've been making recently are on soil amendments, and azomite's a pretty important one. What do you use it for?
Just another one of those good minerals that have a broad spectrum of minerals in it. So, you know, green sand has a lot of minerals, and those other things that we've gone over, basalt dust and that kind of thing. It's just another, makes a more of a fuller, broader spectrum of minerals in your soil. And
does this one have a higher level of calcium in it, though?
Maybe a little bit.
Like green sand has more potassium in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This has, I think maybe a little bit more calcium, but not significant.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so in your gardening practices, Dad, how do you use it, and what do you use it for?
I pretty much just sprinkle it on everything, and I just work it in the top inch or two.
So it's like salt and pepper?
Yeah, yep. Just
okay.
Sprinkle it along.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, this being this coarse, it takes a while to break down, so you could put this on in the fall without any problem, and then it'll be ready in the spring. And then the fine micronized, you can wait until spring to put that down.
Yeah. Can you overdo it? Can you over apply it?
I'm sure you could. I mean, put 6 inches on your ground. Yeah, you probably overdid it, but you can put it on heavier, and you really won't hurt anything. I don't think. That's just my opinion. I've never had a problem.
Yeah. Are there certain crops that you would put it on more than others, or not? That you think could benefit from it more?
Not really. I mean, they all need a lot of minerals,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're gonna put this on, put a little humic acid or humates on afterwards or with it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes all the minerals in here chelated so that plants can take it up
And
quicker.
people are like, what's humates and what's chelated and that kind of thing. Humates, what
Humates
are they?
is just like you can get humic acid.
Mm-hmm.
You can get that in a dry form, or you can get it in a liquid form. Well, I've never seen it in a liquid form. Fulvic acid would be the liquid form.
Of humates.
Yeah.
Humic acid, sure.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a granular. You just mix it with this if you wanted, and throw it on.
It chelates the minerals that are in here, and
Yeah.
what does that mean?
That makes it so it's available to the plant.
Yes. Yeah, so the plant can uptake
Yeah.
this stuff, and it's not just bound in the soil.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really useful information. Is there a finer, different form of this, or is this the only form that
Yeah,
you can get
I
it in?
mentioned that there's micronized, so it's really fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, and it doesn't really have an NPK value because it's just mostly minerals.
Yeah.
And it's a naturally occurring deposited mineral.
Yeah. And since we're also a homesteading channel, we put this in the chicken feed every time we mix our own chicken feed. And so this is one of the ingredients, and I like the kind of this granular type because it's easier for them to pick up and eat. Whereas if it was micronized, it'd probably end up sitting in the bottom of the feeder
settle.
and not be used. And so this works good for a nice mineral supplement to the chickens. And you hear people all the time say, my chickens don't lay eggs in the wintertime. They cut way down, and they're not, or they just quit. Well, that's because you're not feeding them right. And if you feed them good organic food, they'll lay just about as good all through the winter as they do in the summertime.
Yeah, we have a video that we made on mixing your own chicken feed.
Yeah.
Check that out. You'll probably see a link in the top right-hand corner of your screen there. And we have this in it as part of the recipe.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, here, let me get back on camera. And interestingly, we just had a friend over, and we were talking about our chickens, and they said, yeah, we only have our chickens for 1 year, and then they molt, and they just look so ratty, and they never get laying good again. And I said, oh, really? This is our 3rd year with our chickens, and they're still laying. And she's like, really? Well, yes, really. And our chickens run out of water multiple times, and sometimes they run out of feed because the kids, are distracted or whatever. And they, even though we're in the middle of winter with, very cold weather below freezing, they'll pick right back up and keep laying again. And that's because they have good food. So it's really important.
Yeah.
And so I highly recommend you understanding better what you're feeding your chickens and improving their food quality, because they can perform better. And you don't have to go, oh no, we ran out of feed. Oh, now we're going to be out of eggs for weeks and weeks, and slowly pick up. Because if you give them good food, they'll be right back at it. So
And if you give them good food, you're getting good food. Because you're going to pass that right on into the egg, and you're going to have very nutritious eggs, way better than what you're going to buy at the store, even the organic ones at the store.
yeah, we're thinking about actually selling some mixes of minerals for chickens that you can add to like a base mix of grain. So if you think that's a good idea, you'd be interested in that, leave us a comment in the section down below, because we've been tossing that idea around a little bit. I think it would be good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we've been mixing our chicken feed for years, and I think we calculated it out. It was really cheap, way cheaper than what commercial feed,
Yeah,
and way better.
you're way better for the chickens.
Yeah.
They perform a lot better on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been mixing my feed for almost since I was married. I mean, like maybe a short few stints in there where I had to buy commercial feed, but it's mostly all my married life.
Yeah.
We've been mixing our own feed. So anyway, I know it works good. Thanks for telling us those tips about this Azomite, Dad.
Yeah.
And if you have any more questions, guys, please leave us a question down in the comment section. We'll read it. So anyway, I think that's about it for Azomite.
Great.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video on soil amendments and how to use them. If you'd like to get some, just visit our website. The link is down in the description below. We'd be happy to ship you some. If you have questions, leave them down in the comment section below. We'll try to answer them as fast as we can. Also, if you're a subscriber, we thank you. If you're not, we don't thank you. No. If you're not, please subscribe. And we'd really appreciate that. It helps us to grow as a channel and expand our efforts and everything. So always remember, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.